Hey there traders, this is Steve Murray, the market chartist for FX Explained, and our regular weekly MacroWatch update for the week commencing the 6th of June 2022. Stock averages consolidate bases, risk on theme intact. Let's kick off by looking at those macroeconomic and geopolitical developments we've seen over the past week. Well, the EU agreed on a partial ban on Russian oil in the past week, and also the OPEC Plus agreed on bigger oil output hikes for July and August, but still disappointed the oil market, which rebounded strongly, having previously sold off in anticipation of even more aggressive potential hikes. EU inflation hit a new record high at 8.1%. And despite market concerns, US data remains strong, highlighted by Friday's US non-farm payroll report beating expectations at 390,000 jobs added. Now let's take a look at that's how impacted onto the global financial markets over the past week, ending the 3rd of June. Well, the S&P 500, the major US equity indices, dipped slightly lower, having had a really strong recovery the prior week going into late May. So still securing and managing to continue the basing theme that we've had since the second half of May. So those bases secured despite the slight dip that we saw last week. And actually, European equity markets actually pushed even higher last week, did set back through the middle of the week, but the FTSE 100, although closed on Thursday, Friday, was very close to hitting a new cycle high last week. US 10-year yields did push back to higher yield territory over the past week, but we did see a yield topping theme go in through May, and we do still believe that the high yield is in at least for the next week or two. And the US dollar, similarly with the yield pushed back higher, did post a rebound, but having previously posted a US dollar bearish reversal, we do see negative pressures for the US dollar index. And despite the US dollar rebounding to the upside, which would normally be negative for gold, gold did manage to initially push higher. Despite a setback from pushing higher, has reinforced the base that we put in through the second half of May. Oil stays positive, surged back higher, having dipped pre-OPEC on Thursday and then making a new recovery high in here, breaking out from the range and really the potential back above 120, and then real potential for it to move back up to that peak that we saw earlier this year towards 130. And copper reinforced the small base that we posted through the second half of May with a strong push higher last week. Now let's take a look at the week ahead commencing the 6th of June. Well, we're still going to closely monitor developments from the war in Ukraine, but that's really not the main focus for markets in here at the moment, but obviously going to continue to monitor that. On the central bank side, we get the RBA, the Reserve Bank of Australia, interest rate decision statement and press conference comes through on Tuesday, actually. It says Monday there, so on Tuesday. And then we get the same from the ECB on Thursday. And on the data front, it's a fairly light data week. Chinese PMI on Monday, RBA interest rate decision statement and press conference on Tuesday. EU GDP comes Wednesday, ECB, as we mentioned already, on Thursday. And then we get Chinese and US CPI on Friday, and then the Canadian employment report. That US CPI is the standout data for the week. Obviously, all eyes on US inflation. I'm going to wrap it up there. I'm going to wish you all a great trading week. Please do stay safe, and I'll be back with you with another Macro Watch next week. So traders, don't forget to catch us on the next FX Explained Macro Watch and all the great content on fxexplained.co.uk.